Previously on New Crits on the Block.
No, what we will do is we will hold back the hordes of beasts that will be traveling towards you. Whenever you start your fight, we will start ours. You see a large creature laying down, and you recognize this to be the Spirit Guardian, this ethereal, bear-like creature.
He's not coming for us! He's not coming for us! Don't hit him!
And you see it turn around, and it starts to beckon you towards the cave.
Ah, you finally arrived.
And you see Ouroboros standing in front of you. You all enter the last cavern, following the Spirit Guardian. You see Ouroboros across the vine bridge over a crevice that looks like it goes on forever. As you walk over the vine bridge, the Spirit Guardian, once getting over it, walks to the left near the crevice and lays down. Ouroboros stands from his fiery throne as the surrounding area lights up. Vines slowly get intertwined with flames as it ignites across the whole ceiling of the cavern. He starts to walk down off of the throne, his leafed cape dragging behind him, leaving scorched marks over top of the vines as he walks on them. He stops 10 feet out from all of you and looks down at you with his golden red eyes.
So, you've all finally made it. I hope your journey wasn't too tiring.
Yeah, hey, what's going on here? Big guy. What's the big idea? Hey, what's the big idea?
So, Jake, remind us, have we all spoken to Ouroboros, or has only Leaf spoken to him at this point?
I think just leave.
I think it's just Leaf. I think
Right?
this
I
would be
don't
your
think-
first time actually seeing him.
Yeah.
The guide.
I think so,
There was
'cause I had
the
to go to like
guide.
a thing.
The
Take back what I
guide,
said. Leaf
yes,
needs to speak.
but you haven't actually seen Ouroboros in his...
No.
True form. I've only
Yeah,
seen
it's
him
true
in other
form.
forms, yes.
Okay, so we
But-
all knew the guide, but the
we
guide
didn't-
looked nothing like Ouroboros.
But I
Even
don't-
the guide was Ouroboros.
But I don't think we
Yes.
as players know that, though.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, only
But
Leaf
now-
has seen him in his true form.
Yeah, only Leaf's
And
actually
what
spoken
Leaf is
to
seeing
Ouroboros.
now looks like him.
Yes, Leaf knows that.
Okay.
You
So
guys
he's-
kind of know that just because of the descriptions of him and probably Leaf filling you in of like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is who
I would have
Ouroboros
told you.
is.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So, hey, Leaf, is this your boy or what?
Yeah, but he's not good anymore. Look at that stupid crown on his head. That's not
He
my Titan's
reaches
crown.
up and as to touch his crown.
Ah, yes. I did not ask for that. You all played your part in Master's plan.
Masters.
Master.
Oh, that's not concerning.
Ah, you would know her as Calais.
And he looks towards Catan.
And it seems one of you has shed her blessing.
Yes, if you're referring to the oopsies in regards to her spells, we have decided to be rid of them. Perhaps you should decide to be rid of them too. I'd love to help
what are
you.
Why are you calling her your master? You're not under control of anybody. You don't serve anyone. You serve nature. What are you doing?
Turns to his left and takes a few steps as he lowers his hand down to the ground and slowly drags up vines as it makes this pedestal. And the vines kind of open up as an ice block kind of appears from the center of it as it raises up and sits on top of it.
That's how things were, Leaf. Times are changing.
And he waves his hands over the ice block as it starts to mold and form, and it makes an image of Philippa.
She is the new owner of the world. She is the nature. She is life. Don't you understand?
As he turns towards you all,
Do you not understand what is happening? What the world needs. Your people, your civilization have corrupted the cycle of life as you've done for millennia. You destroy, you kill, and you subjugate. And no matter how many good deeds the few of you do, it shadows the evil your kind commits. Do you not understand that you yourself do the calling on a smaller scale every few generations? We are just evening the playing field for all, restarting the clock. You all are like cockroaches. We will never fully be rid of you, but we can cull your numbers. And you all, whether you like it or not, are helping. Every step of the way, you've helped Blaze get closer to her goal. You brought the Daughters of Ice to her. You went and found each of the Titans, opening the door for her. Everything you've done to stop Fuma has only empowered her. Do you not see it? Do you not feel it? You might not call her your master, but you've been playing to her tune the whole time.
and he starts to walk back towards the throne and stops for a moment as you see him take a deep breath and turn around.
I know why you have come. You wish to put an end to the Titans, yes?
Yes.
How ignorant you fools are. You might have been able to kill a dying titan. You might have been able to help one disappear because he didn't want to deal with the issues at hand. But do you really think you could fight against me?
And as he says this, fire erupts behind him. Vines start to pull down and entrance around him as you see these hulking vine monstrosities start to form and get bigger. And they look like a mix between a Chad and a Daphne.
And he snaps his finger as their viney bodies ignite and flame. Do you not understand why I can control fire when I am helping Glace? It's because she's already won. You
And he points towards you, Leaf.
opened the way for her.
And he points to Catan.
You helped her track everything you've done, told her where you've been, and helped raise her new body. The other ones, you did your part, leading them to lands she could not have touched on her own. The Wood Elf villages of Gildania, its capital, Avelios. Boral, your brother, helped her find a fire that could actually be more powerful than Fuma's. Why resist at this point?
You wish to know?
I am curious.
You speak of good and evil. You speak of the natural orders of things. You call us cockroaches. You say that what we do is intended to harm and not to help. But I see a man who sits upon a throne who is himself a servant of another and a servant of nature. And so I remind you that we are also a part of this world, and our purpose is to corrupt and to destroy, but we do it to create. And that is why we resist, because it is in our nature.
I'm doing it because you're just sort of a dick.
Yeah, you're really mean.
Your crown's fucking ugly.
Yeah, your stupid little crown on your head, you're sort of an asshole, so like sort of fuck you for that, you know what I mean?
And as far as I'm concerned, the world hasn't ended yet, so you haven't won. We're just all kinds of stubborn.
Well, at least you stay true to your own natures, I suppose. So, I will say this. If you manage to somehow kill me, I will lend a helping hand. But if you die here, I want you to know how severe the punishment will be for those that you love. They will not just get washed away in the echoes of time. They will be tortured. Their life will be strenuous and stretched to the very limit for disobeying the Titans. We will make an example of them, an example of all those that do not know their place. So, I ask you one more time, are you here to kill me or to help?
Is your wish to help Glace still?
You know the answer to that.
Well, then I think you have your answer from us.
So be it.
And he raises his hand as the entryways that you guys walked into, a wall of fire goes up all the way from the ground to the ceiling, enclosing it. A thick wall of ice in front of that goes and crushes into the walls, pinning you guys inside. Can I get initiative?
Awen rolled a 9 plus 10 for his initiative for a 19 total.
Catan rolled a 7.
Leaf got a 6.
Oh.
Oh, God, guys.
Yeah, I'm rolling really bad today.
It's not much better here, boys.
Boral?
Oh, no.
Boral got a 10.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Okay, well, they're going to roll really bad too, right?
No, look at it this way.
right.
Y'all get to kind of go together, except for Awen.
We'll die together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awen runs away fast, hard.
Fast, hard. Out of there.
Out of there, mister.
It's a good thing our army of NPCs coming to help us will roll so well.
Right?
Yes, they are on their way.
Be here in 50 rounds.
But they will not be able to go first because that is Ouroboros' turn.
What?
With a
Great.
21 total.
No.
Catan spent too much time on his monologue and not enough time on moving. And I'll tell you what I think. Where are you going?
Ouroboros lifted his hands and these fire walls raised up, blocking you guys into the room. He looks towards you, Leaf, as
No,
he drops his arm to the right as you see a vine whip come launching out of his arm as he pulls it back and launches it towards you.
No. Quick, counterspell that. Someone? Anyone?
I don't know if that's a spell.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
That is 11 plus 10 for a total of 21.
Yeah, that hits.
As the vine goes wrapping around your torso, he yanks you in 10 feet. So you're not all the way towards him, but you are now, I would say you guys were, I want to say it was 20 feet apart. So now you are 10 feet from the party, 10 feet from him.
Okay.
And in doing that, let me roll for damage.
Oh, wait. So she's leaving my square?
You're 5 feet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I get an opportunity of attack on Leaf.
I was wondering where you were
To
going with
snatch
that
me?
for a second.
To snatch me back?
No.
If that's what it takes. I've done that before.
That is true.
Okay, so he's not rolling good right now. So that's 16 points of damage as the vine wraps around you and cuts into you as he yanks you towards him. He
Is it
then
15?
Yeah, 15 points of damage. His hand, a ball of fire with intermixed ice in it, holds it up and shoots it. This works just like Firebolt, essentially. Just so you know, just has a little bit of ice in there too. Let me see. Out of the other three,
I was going to say, is Rasengan-ing him?
kinda. That's gonna be for you, Ben. Oh, this might miss. That is 11 plus 10 for 21.
Nope.
That does not hit as you raise your shield up and kind of just direct the fire bolt, fire and ice bolt, we'll say. I think frostfire would be more. As you shoot the frostfire bolt out.
Frostfire.
And
Frostfire!
hits your shield.
Music gotta love.
Yep. All right, good. You'll get caught up in the. Come on, guys.
No.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah,
I've
we
always
know
said
that, Ben.
We know that.
Do you know
on the
that?
other hand,
All right.
Yuza gotta love.
Yuza gotta love. Fucking Jar Jar,
Frostfire,
Jar Jar Binks wrote the jingle.
Yuza gotta love. Oh my god.
As you
Classic. All right, so
redirect
I deflect it.
the frostfire into the ground next to you as it explodes, leaving a crater in these vines as you see them starting to slither and move. That is his turn. Awen, it is your turn now. One thing is you do notice the spirit guardian is getting a little aggro over there. It is now standing up and seems to be going to charge at you guys.
Yeah. Okay. The vine thing that hit Leaf, is it actively grappling her, or did it just kind of move her closer?
I believe the terminology on that one is I have to cycle through all my pages. Yeah, I think it just hits her and
Thorn
pulls.
Whip, I think, pulls you forward.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it leaves you grappled.
I just want to make sure it wasn't something
Yeah.
that I needed to try to possibly free her from, was all that I was worried about. Okay, well, there's not much I can do here, gang. I'm kind of a one-trick pony going this early with nothing else to really do. Let me ask you this, Jake. Is there anything, and you could say no if there isn't, is there anything that catches my eye in this room other than the two hulking brutes that are trying to destroy us?
It's that and the Daphne Chads.
Yep.
The two of them, and
Daft Chads.
the Flame Throne definitely catches your eye.
Yeah.
As that's where he went to summon the Chadneys, is what they'll now be known as.
All right, how far is the flame thrown from me? That's a tongue twister.
He's 20 feet. I would say it's only about 30 feet. You do have to run kind of between everybody, but I think if you angled it right, if you did a little diagonal movement, you should be able to just get in front of it on your turn. And if you dashed, you'd be able to get to, you'd obviously be able to easily get to it, but you'd
Well, I don't want to dash
action.
to it because I definitely want to take an action this turn, but I want to get closer to this thing just to see if I saw him like not necessarily mess with it, but use it to use some sort of incantation or summon. I want to see if there's something on here I can see that might be, this is kind of Awen's thing, right? Like he always goes for the boss. He goes, all right, what can I do to like just kind of mess with him here? So he's going to take a look at that throne to see if there's anything that jumps out to him.
Can I get an investigation check?
I was really worried you were going to say investigation. Sure.
There's only just a giant off switch, but I don't know what else.
I mean, that or perception, I would say either or, because you can't just use your regular sight.
14 plus 8, 22.
22.
Or if you wanted to use this in investigation, it would have been a 14 straight. So whichever one you want, it was fair with me.
Even with the 14, I think you would notice this because it's more of a feeling too, as you step on to this platform of the throne, where it's all kind of covered with this fiery essence. You feel this rage kind of boiling up inside of you. And you feel like it's trying to, I guess the best way to describe it is trying to like worm its way into you.
Oh.
Like it's trying to assimilate its rage and its hatred for you to become a part of it. Now you can resist it or you can accept it and let it in. Which do you choose?
Well, I'm definitely going to try to resist this thing because I don't want to become part of it.
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
Damn it. Why do I do this every time, guys? Why do I do this every
Stop
freaking
being
time?
so
I'm like, let's
charmable.
investigate the thing. And then the thing's always like, I want you to be me. And every time Emmy goes, all right.
I'll take you. Yup.
God, what is it? A con save? No, what'd you say? Sorry.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, that's okay. At least I have a +2 to that. Let's see. That is
Wait,
what?
Don't you have advantage on any charm effect?
This isn't being charmed. Just so you know. You're not
Okay.
getting charmed.
Well, it's a 10 + 2 for a 12.
Okay.
15 plus 3.
Oh, +3, 15.
Is he within 10 feet of you?
I don't think I'm within 10 feet of you anymore, dude.
He's
Did
like
you
30
move?
feet away. Yeah,
I
he
did.
like
I
ran all the way to
over
the throne.
it.
Oh, you ran to the thing. You ran
I
into the battle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to
Oh,
check out
well.
this throne, dude.
Good luck.
So 12, Jake.
12. You have that feeling of it like you start to get angry and mad, and as you do, you start to feel sadness. You start to hear
Dog?
and as you look to your left and to your right, you see the Chadneys turn towards you and like tilt the top of their acorn a little bit, like to the right, and stare at you. As you go to raise your arm, you see both of the Daphnes raise their arm.
Interesting.
Okay. Now I still have my action, right? I haven't done an action unless you want to say that was my action.
No, I think you still have an action. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, technically interacting with an object is an action, but you didn't really interact with it.
Oh, Ben,
You just looked at it.
Shut up, huh?
God, he just loves to do
And no,
that.
I didn't interact with it. I just looked.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay, Jake.
What's
if
up,
I
dog?
am indeed the Geppetto to these little marionettes, I am gonna pull my sword out and put my hand up, and do they kind of follow suit with what they're doing?
You see a fire-like staff pull out as they raise up their arms.
Okay, what happens when I put it away real quick and pull my bow out and draw a string?
They still have the fire staff.
But they're still in attack mode?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I want to see what happens, and I want to pop a few shots off at the spirit guardian, actually, because you said he was looking like he's about to get in on the mix, huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take a few shots at that old SG.
All right.
Is that okay?
That is okay. You are definitely within
Okay.
120 feet.
I definitely am. 7 + 14 for 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and a 9 + 14 for 23 to hit.
Jesus Christ. Yep, that'll hit.
I have a +14.
Yeah, I know.
It's
D&D
kind
is
of
You're a
wild at these
hunter
times.
and you're shooting a bear with a bow.
It's
Yeah, I know.
Kind of my
It's
thing.
kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it's sort of
literally
like
the hunter subclass.
Yeah, kind of my whole vibe.
All right, and just so to remind everybody, we're using Skyrender here, which is a 1d10 + 6. So that is a 6 + 6 for the first one is 12, and a 9 + 6 for 15. So 27 plus a d8 for my Colossus Slayer, which is an 8.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, so pretty good damage there.
So 35.
Yeah.
And hey, Matt,
Huh.
would you use your hunter's mark?
I would, Ben.
So
course he
So that's
would.
a
And
that's
you would have
another-
totally done that before you
I
attacked.
would have. It's been 7 months. Give me a break. Okay. Here's the thing. While you guys had a little bit of a tune up the last 2 episodes, I didn't, unfortunately. So
That's true.
It's true. It's true.
So let's roll that D6. And Jake, just in fairness, I rolled a 1. So
Okay, it's 36.
Oh boy.
in fairness, I rolled
I
a
can
1.
easily change a 5 to a 6 by just adding a line to it.
Perfect. There you go.
It looks like a really dumb 6, but it is a 6. Okay. Do you want to take any, or do you have any bonus actions that you would like to
My
do?
bonus action would have been to cast Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. Oh, that's right.
I
Okay.
checked the things. I attacked twice. And I'm going to, as soon as I take those shots, I'm going to just like, almost like excitedly, like almost a little giddy, look over at the Chads and the Daphnes like, to see what happens next with them. Because I'm very curious to know what they do.
Matt, you get 1 more D6.
For
You
what?
get a hunter's mark on every attack.
I do get a Hunter's Mark on every attack. So Jake, I apologize. That wasn't the end. And I did roll a 6 on that one. So,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So 42.
Evens out.
so 42 damage total.
Okie dokie.
And hopefully I've scripted some reinforcements here for everyone too.
The Chinese go next.
Yes.
You see them roll their viney shoulders as they both take lunging steps and start to stride and charge towards the spirit guardian. Full force.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Middle Break. It is I, your favorite player, Matt. Did I switch those up? And welcome to this week's Middle Break. Oh no, did I mess that up? You know what? No, I didn't mess it up. I just check that, reverse it. So I meant to do that. I meant to switch it up just so that it would keep you guys on your toes. So you can't just clock me because I am a creative genius who's inside your heads who, when you thought, did he mess that up? And he messed up. I tricked you to thinking I did mess it up, even though I did mess it up because I was one step ahead of you thinking that you were one step ahead of me. So actually, listener, joke's on you. We do hope you are enjoying the episode so far. It's juicy. It's a juicy boy. But there are a few things that we would love for you to do to help our podcast grow. The first thing, subscribe, rate, and review to our podcast wherever you get our podcast from. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcatcher you use. Go there, hit the subscribe button, hit the 5-star review, and leave a little synopsis about why you like our podcast so other people might stumble across it and say, you know what? I think I might want to listen to this too. Also, make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter at New Crits and on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at New Crits on the Block. It's a great place to check out some of our older stuff, see some little hints and tidbits about upcoming episodes. And if you are new to the podcast, have a browse, have a peruse, listen to a few clips and see if you don't like it, which, let me, spoiler alert, you will. And the best way you can really help us on there is not only by tagging people you think that might like our podcast, but honestly, share it to your own Instagram stories, Facebook stories, repost it, anything you can do to help us grow, because right now we're only growing through word of mouth. So doing those small things really go a long way for us, and we super appreciate it. Talk about appreciating. One of the things that we like to do to get back to our fans that help us do these things, wink, wink, is we have our own Discord channel. That's right. It is a Discord for all things New Crits, but not all things New Crits. You can come in there and we have channels where you can talk about the show, talk about people who are up to date, talk about your theories on what's going to happen. You can talk to the cast members as well. But we also have channels for just about everything else under the sun. So if you just want a safe, inclusive space to relax, that's exactly what we have built for you over the last few years. And we're really happy with what our community has turned into. It's an amazing place to just come and chill. So if you haven't joined the Discord yet, what the heck are you waiting for? Now you might be thinking, well, Matt, I want to help you do all these things, but how do I get to all the places that you just mentioned? Well, from our link tree, of course, linktr.ee/New Crits on the Block will get you to all the places that I mentioned and some places that I didn't even have time to mention. linktr.ee/New Crits on the Block. It is your central hub for all things New Crits. All right, everyone, let's get you back into this week's episode. I promise no more surprises. I know you feel tricked because I pulled one over on you earlier. I didn't mean to break the trust that we've built up over all these years. So from here on, it'll just be smooth sailing. Okay, bye. Nah, I got you again. I'm so sorry. As you know, we come out with new episodes every single Monday. That ain't stopping anytime soon. So let's get you back into this episode, huh? We will see you next week. Until then, we love y'all. Be safe out there. Be excellent to each other. Bye.
The first one raising its fire staff and cracking into the top of the head, or trying to crack the top of the head of the spirit guardian. Let me roll for that.
Yes,
That
my
is
friends.
a 12 plus 8 for 18.
Not quite, but close enough.
12 plus 8.
20
Oh, wow.
20.
20. Did I say 8? I said 15, didn't I?
You said
Wow.
18.
You said
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
you're
right
all
number.
over the place.
Yeah. Well, I just rolled a 15 too. So, oh no, that's it. Yeah. So 15 plus 8 is 23. So both of those are hits. And let me roll damage with my dice roller because.
So for once, Awen has failed a compulsionary effect from a magic item, and it finally paid off.
Yes. Finally, at the end of the campaign, it's finally paid off.
Only took this long.
Only took
for
4 years
resistance
for Awen to go, for it to
maybe
actually fucking pay off.
Well, and what's best is it's because you failed.
That's what I mean.
It's not like you passed and got control over it. You just failed.
I never pass.
Never.
Because it's always roll wisdom save, and I fail every time.
Oh, you failed at the pool the first time we went to the pool.
Ben, every
funny thing
time I
is,
fail.
It's every character in every campaign. It is not
Everyone.
just here.
I never build a wisdom-based character ever, and I always fail at wisdom saves. I'm always taken over by something constantly.
Not a wise man.
I want to cut it as a wise man.
Stop it.
Sorry, that was kind of Tom Waits doing.
That was still good. Doing Nickelback.
Yeah,
That was a cover. It was a cover.
It's
It was
his
good.
cover.
Yeah.
The first
Sorry,
strike
Jake, what?
does
Wait, what?
13 damage, and the second strike does 9. He did not roll very well.
That's
for
okay.
a total of 21 damage.
Hell yeah, boys.
As the other Daphne runs over, as the bear goes to get up on its hind legs to go strike down on the Daphne, he runs over. The Chadney runs up and goes and grapples onto the bear as it lunges down. You see its feet crashing into the ground a little bit, pushing down into the vines. As it grips it on it, it's going to try to grapple the spirit guardian.
Ooh.
That is a 12 plus 10 for the. Wow, the spirit guardian rolled a fucking natural 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, probably wasn't expecting this.
Yeah. The Chadney is gripping onto the front paws of the bears. It's pushing down on it as it turns and drags the spirit guardian down and lets go of its claws and reaches around and puts the bear into a chokehold off to the side as it lunges down to the ground, taking the bear down as it holds it pinned to the floor. It is now Boral's turn. Boral, you see Ouroboro's dragging Leaf towards him. You see Awen running right between, threading the needle to get over to the throne as he turns around and starts to attack the spirit guardian. The Chadney is seemingly on the enemy force, going for the assist as you watch them target Awen's target. What would you like to do?
All right, so I am going to sort of move. I want line of sight with this guy, but I don't want anybody in my way. I'm going to cast lightning bolt. I'm at a 5th level, and I'm going to use overchannel.
Oh.
So that's gonna be max damage. And I'm gonna say, "Give me back my Leafy."
And you okay? So what do I do
so
with that? That's Dex, right?
Yeah, it's Dex.
And you said it lightning
Got to be a
bolt?
19.
Okay.
Lightning bolt, yeah. At a 5th level. Got to be a 19.
I got to get a different dice. That's another
you
nat
don't.
1.
Oi!
No, that sounds like a great dice.
Yeah,
I love that dice.
That's
Keep
a great
that
dice.
dice. We love you.
60 damage.
Oh,
Ooh.
Right in the maw.
Oh, it's over
Give me back my Leafy.
It's just a flat, full
Over
damage.
channel is just, yeah, up to 5th level. You can't go like,
Oh, is that
there's a
that's
cap.
the cap. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was,
That
also-
makes
I was about to be like, dude, come on, use a big boy for that one. Okay, that's
You're
why.
right. But that is the big boy.
Oh, that is the big boy. Okay.
As you cast lightning bolt, I would say you'd position yourself obviously in the line to where you're not gonna. You can
Right.
spell sculpt anyway, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
True.
I guess it hasn't mattered since level 3. As the lightning bolt curves around Leaf, as it arches and goes right into the chest of Ouroboros, as it starts to ignite a portion of his clothes, kind of singeing them and burning them off. As you can see his torso underneath that has
rippling
these
chest.
yes, big oiled up rippling chest.
Oh, yes.
But you see
Got a spray tan too.
like veins inside of his skin pulsing with this like blue energy, this blue liquid almost.
Ew.
Do you want to do anything else, Boral?
I'm
Any
gonna try
movement or
to run and grab Leaf and pull back.
okay. So you can essentially run over.
Or I'll just run. Sorry, I guess I can't do another.
Yeah, you
action,
can't
but I'll
grab
just-
her.
Yeah.
So you run over beside Leaf to try to help her get away from Ouroboros. Catan, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
All right. So it seems like all of the extra characters are combating each other right now. So it's just basically us versus Ouroboros.
Yeah, I was hoping that would go a little bit longer before Matt did that, but
Figured that out.
did it immediately.
See doodle.
leave it to Eowyn, baby.
That's
It's a little
D&D.
curious kitty.
Which is why
it's also-
Catan runs over and he attacks Eowyn to break the concentration to make the combat take longer. Okay. Catan, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I guess this is what I want to do. I mean, why not? This is a big boy, so why wouldn't I do this? For starters, Catan uses haste. So that is one of his
shit.
3rd level spells.
See you
Can I go
later,
to the
Jake.
bathroom? Yeah, can I go to the bathroom first while you do all this damage dice?
Damn, damage dice plus all the turns he's going to get. Guys, hey, look, hey, listeners, just hit that fast forward button a few times
Yeah.
and we'll
Go to
just
2x.
clip it out to how much damage it is total, okay?
Just go to
And
2x.
then
Trust
as his
us.
bonus action, he uses his vow of enmity. I still can't do it.
Hey,
I feel like if you can't say it right,
Amenities.
you have to you can't cast it.
Yeah, his thing that he can't
Vow
ever
of
say.
an enemy. An
Vow
enemy.
of an
Enemy.
enemy.
Yep,
Vow
so
of
that
sea and enemy.
is
Vow of
bonus
sea and
action.
enemy.
So that's
Ben, your
action
new
and
name is
bonus
Nemo.
action. However, part of haste is it grants you a bunch of stuff, but most notably, it grants you
A big old dick.
an additional action on each of its turns, meaning I can attack once. So I run at at Ouroboros as I continue to deliver a monologue. I have a feeling that monologue I was doing earlier, it's still happening like this throughout this whole time.
But now it's
Still
twice as
speak.
fast because you have haste.
Yeah. Oh, you put it on the twice the.
As you're running up to him.
I would say that's an
2.5 speed.
and he attacks. So because I have haste, I'm sorry, because I have my vow on, I get advantage, which probably will mean. No, that was good. He rolls a 17 plus 12. I assume that hits, Jake. That's not 29 to hit.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Great. So he uses a 4th level spell to smite, which gives me a full 8d8 damage.
If you're still listening out there, I warned you.
We did tell you.
I warned you a minute or so ago.
Keep
Fucking
fast
told you, didn't we?
Yeah, you only have yourself to blame at this point.
Yeah, you could have put it on 2x and just listen to this. You go by faster. Listen to it still.
Alrighty, so that's not bad. So 43 damage. Jake,
Okay.
does it matter if it's radiant?
No, it does not.
43 damage. And that's his turn. He used haste and had his extra action, and he moved, and he used his bonus action. So that's everything.
Okay. Leaf, it is your turn. You are standing 10 feet in front of Ouroboros with Catan in front of you and Boral to your side. What would you like to do?
This is going to be very tricky.
Oh.
Just kill everybody. You're fine. You're
Okay.
used to that. Tidal wave.
Tidal wave.
There's no civilians around at least this time.
Ooh.
Oh.
All
A
right.
9th level tidal wave. Prompt me.
Prompt me. Okay. I'm 10 feet away, you say?
Yes.
Good, right?
Okay, perfect. Leaf is going to kind of shakily get up after being pulled away by Boral, and she's going to grab...
Try to help.
I know. I'm getting up, and I'm going to pull a little bit of straw out of my hair that I canonically have, because that's always the thing, and I'm going to blow on it, and I'm going to cast Whirlwind on Ouroboros.
Okay.
And I
Give
will
me
read
this.
that spell
yeah.
for you now.
Yeah.
A whirlwind howls. A whirlwind howls down. That's tricky, guys. Down to a point that you can see on the ground within range. The whirlwind is a 10-foot radius, 30-foot high cylinder centered on that point until the spell ends. You can use your action to move the whirlwind around up to 30
Says
feet
it
in any
wrong
direction.
every time.
I do. It's so hard to say whirlwind. I can't do it.
I cannot do it.
I can't do it. I need that extra L in there. The whirly wind. See, if I say whirly wind, it's easier.
Oh, the whirlwind works, yeah.
The whirly wind sucks up any medium or small objects that aren't secured to anything that aren't worn or carried by anyone. A creature must make a dex saving throw for the first time it enters, including when it first appears. A creature takes 10d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. If it is a larger or smaller creature and it fails that save, it must also succeed a strength saving throw or become restrained.
Okay.
Okay, so where are you putting this?
On Ouroboros.
Okay, I think Ouroboros is right next to the throne, right?
10 feet away from the throne. But you
He's
are
10
5 feet from him.
Yeah, so I don't know. Is this getting Awen too?
It's a 10-foot radius, so...
Chrissy, you would have to pick who you're taking. Either Awen.
Can you target it anywhere, or do you have to target a creature?
And he can target it anywhere, but if she puts
any
it,
point on the ground within range.
if she
So
wants
just
to
target
hit,
it 5 feet behind Ouroboros so it doesn't hit me. But
that's
it's
Awen.
But then it's going to hit Eowyn?
Yeah.
Then target it to the right of him. I don't know. I mean, Jake, it's your call because we're all
You
doing
tell
theater
me.
in mind.
What
But
kind of
Yeah.
save is it, Christy?
Strength.
What kind of save is it?
A dex save.
Oh, target me.
Yeah,
Oh, what
Okay.
was that?
I don't know. That was a
Who
weird
did
noise.
that?
But
I
I
don't
also
know.
have advantage on saving throws. However, I still think Awen will
Yeah.
do better.
Target me.
Okay, then I will target Eowyn.
Okay. So Awen
least
make a
towards
dex
his
saving
direction.
throw, and I will make
Yeah.
one for Ouroboros.
So I have plus 11 to my dex
That
saving
is
throw.
13
So that's
plus
a 19
6.
plus 11 for a 30.
And it's almost like
Woo!
Awen is able to evade all of that damage.
Yes, he is.
Well, you still have to take half of it, right?
I cannot.
Or no,
I
you
don't have to.
evade. That's right. Okay, well,
Mhm.
here's the damage. Let me roll
That
That's
was
what
a
I'm
mine.
smart
saying.
choice for a
13
lot of
plus
reasons.
6.
Great
So
job.
Okay, so damage is...
Ouroboros
Oh, what
got
did
19.
Ouroboros? You got a 19?
Yeah.
So it meets it, beats it?
Yes.
Fuck.
Well, at least Ouroboros still takes half damage.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does still take
It's
half
going
damage.
to take 36 damage. Halved, I guess.
Okay, so 18.
Oh, 18. Yeah. Well, hey, at least we didn't take damage, because had you done that on me, I would have taken full damage and he would have taken half.
I wanted to restrain him so bad.
Restrain him.
Because if he fails the check, then he does the thing, or does he have to do it no matter what?
Is he a large creature? He's a large, right? That
He's a
fails
large,
the
yeah.
save must
Okay.
succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah. So
He's
okay,
a large creature. He takes up 10-foot square.
Well, it's small
know.
to large.
yeah.
So he's in between
Any
small and
creature
large.
that's small, medium, or large has to make that save.
Hold on. No, I said a small or large creature. Oh, a large or smaller creature. So anything from large down.
Yeah.
So just not
yes, okay.
gigantic or anything.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But
okay.
it didn't do it.
But
So it doesn't matter.
He potentially starts his turn in that area, so he would have to still do the checks again. Okay. Elise, do you want to do anything else? You can still do a bonus action or movement.
Can I get back without incurring any?
Yeah, you're 10 feet away, so you're not within his reach.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
close to him.
Then yes, I will go back as far as my movement will allow, so that I'm.
Okay. You're 40 feet away from him. You're pretty much you'd be at the edge of the crevice if you went all the way back. Do you want to give yourself a little leeway between the crevice?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say you went 20 feet, so you are now 30
Perfect,
feet away,
yeah.
kind of
30
just
feet.
a few
I was going to
feet
ask for
away.
30 feet because most of my spells are in that range anyway.
Okay.
So
Perfect. Okay. With that, it is the Spirit Guardian's turn. He has to see if he can get ungrappled first.
That's right.
Oh my god, literally. Chadneys are clutch for you guys right now.
Hell yeah.
Beat him by 2, 18
Chad.
to 20.
Hell yeah, Chad.
Okay, so that is the Spirit Guardian turn. Now it is the layer action. Where the
no.
environment has a turn. Because as per Daphne's word, this cave is alive. Or at least the vines inside the cave are alive.
Yeah, we know. It's a talking bear head.
No.
Oh, yes, it is. It's
No.
not anything else. It's a bear.
It's a bear head, but the bear head's not alive. That's just the
A
mouth of the
talking
cave.
bear head.
They never talked. The bear head never talked once.
All covered with cheese.
I know. I was like, what song are we doing? I don't think you're doing the song you mean to do.
I am. Arabian Nights?
That didn't sound like it. Sounded like
I was
sounded on
getting
top of Old
full
Smoky, dude.
on
Talking
sing
bear
it.
head.
Thank you.
Awen, pick a number between 1 and 4. No one else can pick that number.
Fucking 3, dude.
Okay, Leaf, pick a number between 1 and 4. You
Fucking
cannot
3,
pick
dude.
3.
2.
Boral,
I can't pick the other ones.
you can't. You can only. Your only options are 1 and 4.
1.
Okay.
So Catan takes 4.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll a
number one.
d4. It is
What did I
2.
No.
Leap.
I win. I
not
win, I
even-
think.
I'm not even over there.
Vines on the ground start to go up your leg as you run away
Oh.
and start
Okay.
to worm their way around your body as they try
Mhm.
to get a grasp upon you. Can I have a dexterity saving throw?
Sure, you may have that, I guess. Oh,
Must
please,
be
please, oh,
a
please,
14.
Oh, please. Oh my God. How about an 8? Is that
Nope.
good? Okay.
The vines grab onto your legs as it starts to pull you towards the crevice. You are now at the very edge of the crevice as it pulls you 10 feet, as you feel it trying to pull you all the way down.
Wait a second.
Yes?
One moment. I have a thing. Landstride.
Is it a reaction?
It's just a class feature.
Okay.
You have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, such as created by an entangle spell. Would you argue that this is that?
I would say that this is a magical plant.
So I
So
get advantage, so I can
you-
roll it again?
you can roll it again.
Okay, please roll better.
Come on.
Oh, it's a 5. Oh my God, my rolls today. I don't think I've gotten double digits all day. Not a
No, you
single one.
got a 20.
All right, so Jake, sorry, you were saying?
What you're saying, I'm about to get careened into a crevice.
Well, you
It's
get
endless.
yourself that 10 feet away from it, so
Yeah, you would have been
Smart move.
flying down that crevasse.
That's true.
On the next layer action, if you are not able to break this grass, you are getting sucked down the crevasse.
Okay.
It is now Ouroboros' turn. As Catan, you are in front of him, the tornado behind him, Awen taking control of the Chadneys, Boral shooting a lightning bolt out of his hands, and he sees Leaf getting dragged down. He looks over the current situation and sighs.
This is all you've brought. This is your A game. You don't even have a plan. What a pity.
He puts his hand out and puts his hand to your helmet, Ben, as you feel heat like you've never felt before. Can I get a con saving throw?
12?
Oh, nope, that is not going to be enough.
Rolled a 2.
Okay.
Good.
Rolled a 2. Yikes. Okay, well, what happens, Jake?
Jake's looking at the stat block for melted head condition.
Melted head condition, yeah, pretty much. Ben, with a failed check, he is casting heat metal at an 8th level. Fuck, man, this dice roller does not like me. Not rolling that great of numbers. Only one rolled 1 8 and 1 7 for a total of 39 points of fire damage as you feel the side of your head burning as the metal helmet, your piece of armor, starts to become searing hot. This is a concentration spell, and you cannot disarm it currently, but if you continue to keep it on every turn, as long as he maintains concentration, you will take 9d8 damage.
Every turn on his turn, I take 9d8
Holy.
damage.
Yeah, let me double
Unless
check
I can
that.
break his concentration.
Concentration
how much
up to
damage?
a minute. 9d8.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and write. I'm just gonna go ahead and write that down so you can remember it. 98.
Just
Okay.
gonna go ahead and write
Sorry.
down take off helmet.
But
His
it's a
turn.
bonus action for him if you do not drop the action, essentially.
Okay. Now that being said, you did 39 damage to me.
Yes.
So half of that would be 19 because I now need to make a DC 19 concentration check to maintain my haste spell.
Yes. And if you do not drop the object, you have
I passed that.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
I have disadvantage on attacks.
And ability
Okay.
checks. If you do not take,
And
essentially, if you don't
ability.
take your helmet off, and we'll say your helmet's worth like, I don't know, 1 AC, or we'll figure that out.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out on my turn. End result is I rolled a 24 on my concentration check. So I still have haste enacted. Despite the fact that my face is on fire.
Yeah. So you failed your first constitution. You've passed your concentration check. Okay.
Correct.
All
Both are con saves. That's why
Yes.
when I was like, oh, a con save, no big deal. And then I didn't do good. And I'm like, I have a plus 10 to these.
He lets his hand off of your head, takes it off. And he again looks around the room and looks back towards Awen.
Oh, child. Do you think you can really maintain the power of a Titan so easily? One that wasn't granted to you? You are all going to die here. And I am overjoyed that it'll be by my hands.
And you see the vines start to go up his body, encasing him inside of it as it goes all the way up and only leaving his face and crown visible. And he lunges out as vines reach out, plunging into the cave around it, as making anchor points. As you see the vines start to pull him off of the ground, as he starts to float, and you can see these vines, whenever he flexes a muscle, will pull in one direction or the other. He turns towards you all.
The end is nigh. Let the calling begin.
Now, real quick, everyone, for everybody listening, I know that we're ending in the middle of a combat again, but I promise you, it will not be for 7 months. We'll see you next week. Okay?
Or will it?
Or happy Halloween.
Guess you'll have to find out. Happy Thanksgiving when this episode comes out. It will be Thanksgiving, yeah.
Happy spooky Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
Have a spooky Thanksgiving.
It will be a Christmas miracle if we continue this story.
You subjugate. Yeah.
Yep. You got it.
You got it.
Sounded weird in my head.
You're doing great, Ouroboros.
Words sound weird.
I'm feeling very intimidated. 1 second. We're almost done, and I can just go with you if you're willing to wait like 10, 15 minutes.
Talking to a ghost.
Talking to a ghost.
What?
What?
I'm just saying. I can go. Are you just going to lead him and bring him back?
The ghost
That's
needs
it?
to speak up.
Talking to a ghost, 100%. A poltergeist.
Yeah,
Ooh,
literally
do you
give me
wanna
like 10
get-
minutes. And
Do you
then
want to
I'll
get dinner with
come with
me?
All right.
The kids
Sorry.
want pizza.
If not, it's cool. Maybe another time.